Scott Mac Davis was an American country music singer, songwriter, and actor. A native of Lubbock, Texas, he enjoyed success as a crossover artist, and during his early career wrote for Elvis Presley, providing him with hits, Memories, In The Ghetto, Don't Cry Daddy, and A Little Less Conversation. A subsequent solo career in the 1970s produced hits such as Baby Don't Get Hooked on Me. Davis also starred in his own variety show, a Broadway musical, and various films and TV shows. Davis was born and raised in Lubbock, Texas, the son of Edith Irene Langford and T.J. Davis, a builder. He spent his childhood years with his sister Linda, living and working at the former College Courts, an efficiency apartment complex owned by his father. Davis described his father, who was divorced from Davis's mother, as a very religious, very strict, and very stubborn. Though Davis was physically small, he had a perchance for getting into fistfights. In those days, it was all about football, rodeo, and fistfights. "Oh man, I got beat up so much while I was growing up in Lubbock," Davis said in March 2, 2008 interview with the Lubbock Avalanche Journal newspaper. "I was 5 feet 9 inches and weighed 125 pounds. I joined Golden Gloves, but didn't do any good even in my division." Davis graduated at 16 from Lubbock High School, and looking to escape his hometown, moved to Atlanta where his mother lived. Once Davis was settled in Atlanta, he organized a rock and roll group called the Zots and made 2 singles for OEK Records, managed and promoted by OEK owner Oscar Kilgo. Davis also worked for VJ Record Company, home of such R&B stars as Gene Chandler, Jerry Butler, and Dee Clark, as a regional manager, and later became a regional manager for Liberty Records. Davis became famous as a songwriter and got his start as an employee of Nancy Sinatra's company, Boots Enterprises Incorporated. Davis was with Boots for several years in the late 1960s. During his time there, he played on many of Sinatra's recordings, and she worked him into her stage show. Boots Enterprises also acted as Davis's publishing company, publishing songs such as In the Ghetto, Friend, Lover, Woman, Wife, Home, It's Such a Lonely Time of Year, and Memories, which were recorded by Elvis Presley, Nancy Sinatra, B.J. Thomas, and many others. Davis left Boots Enterprises in 1970 to sign with Columbia Records, taking all of his songs with him. One of the songs he wrote in 1968, called A Little Less Conversation, was recorded by Elvis Presley and would become a posthumous success for Presley years later. Presley recorded In the Ghetto in sessions in Memphis. According to record producer Jimmy Bowen, Ghetto was originally pitched to Sammy Davis Jr., but Mac Davis, guitar in hand, played the song in a studio with onlookers such as Jesse Jackson and other members of the black activist community. Mac Davis, the only white man in the room at the time, eventually told Bowen, "I don't know whether to thank you or to kill you." Mac Davis eventually recorded the tune after Presley's version became a success and was released in a Ronco in-concert compilation in 1975. It was later released on a Campy Rhino Records Golden Throats compilation in 1991. The song became a success for Presley, and he continued to record more Davis material, such as Memories, Don't Cry Daddy, Clean Up Your Own Backyard. Bobby Goldsboro also recorded some of Davis's songs, including Watching Scotty Grow. which became a #1 adult contemporary success for Goldsboro in 1971. Other artists who recorded his material included Vicky Carr, O.C. Smith, and Kenny Rogers in the first edition. I Believe in Music, often considered to be Davis's signature song, was recorded by several artists, including Marion Love, B.J. Thomas, Louis Jordan, Perry Como, Ellen Reddy, and actually Davis himself, before it finally became a success in 1972 for the group Gallery. Later, he also became known as a country singer. During the 1970s, many of his songs crossed over successfully, scoring on both country and popular music charts, including Baby Don't Get Hooked on Me, a #1 Grammy-nominated success, One Hell of a Woman, and Stop and Smell the Roses. Also during the 1970s, he was very active as an actor, appearing in several movies as well as hosting a successful variety show. Davis soon decided to pursue a career of his own in country music. He was signed to Columbia Records in 1970. After several years of enriching the repertoires of other artists, his big success came 2 years after signing with Columbia. He topped the country and pop charts with the song Baby Don't Get Hooked on Me. It sold over 1 million copies and was awarded a gold disc by the Recording Industry Association of America in September of 1972. In 1974, Davis was awarded the Academy of Country Music's Entertainer of the Year Award. At the end of the 1970s, he moved to Casablanca Records, which was best known at the time for its successes with disco star Donna Summers and the rock and roll band Kiss. His first success for the company in 1980 was the novelty song It's Hard to Be Humble, a lighthearted look at how popularity and good looks can go to one's head. The song became his first country music top 10 and a rare top 30 hit in the UK. Later that year, he had another top 10 song with Let's Keep It That Way, which is actually one of my favorites by him. He achieved success with other songs like Happiness is Lubbock, Texas in My Rearview Mirror, and Hooked on Music, which became his biggest country music success in 1981, going to #2. In 1985, he recorded his last top 10 country music success with the song I Never Made Love Till I Made Love with You. On June 25, 2019, the New York Times Magazine listed Davis among hundreds of artists whose material was reportedly destroyed in the 2008 Universal Fire. From 1974 to 1976, Davis had his own television variety show on NBC, The Mac Davis Show. He made his feature film debut opposite Nick Nolte in the football film North Dallas 40 in 1979, and was listed as one of the 12 promising new actors of 1979 by Screen World magazine. Davis also starred in the 1981 comedy film Cheaper to Keep Her, playing a divorced detective who worked for a neurotic feminist attorney. He tracked down husbands who were failing to pay alimony to their ex-wives to fund his own alimony payments for his own ex-wife. The film received mainly negative reviews and was not a box office success. In 1980, Davis hosted an episode of The Muppet Show. He performed Baby Don't Get Hooked on Me, It's Hard to Be Humble, and I Believe in Music. In 1983, he appeared in The Sting 2 as Jake Hooker, a younger relative of Johnny Hooker portrayed by Robert Redford in The Sting. Davis played Will Rogers in the Broadway production of the Will Rogers Follies and in the national tour. In 1998, Davis starred in the sports comedy Possums which debuted at the Sundance Film Festival. Davis served as the balladeer for the 2000 telefilm The Dukes of Hazzard, Hazards in Hollywood, replacing Don Williams, who had served the part in 1997's The Duke of Hazzard Reunion, and Waylon Jennings, who narrated the original Dukes of Hazzard television show. Davis was the first balladeer to appear on screen to welcome the audience and provide exposition. Davis was inducted into the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2000. He was awarded a star symbol on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, located at 7080 Hollywood Boulevard, for his contribution to the recording industry. In 2001, Davis played a fellow karaoke competitor to John Cleese's Sunny Holiday in the Polish Brothers film Jackpot. From 2001 to 2003, Davis voiced the character of Barber Bingo on 2 episodes of the animated TV series Oswald. Between 1999 and 2006, Davis provided the character voices of Sheriff Buford and a talk radio host named Sports Jock on the animated series King of the Hill. Davis also guest starred briefly in the 8 Simple Rules episodes in April of 2004. He had a recurring role as Rodney Carrington's father-in-law in the sitcom Rodney. Davis was married 3 times, his marriages producing 3 children. He was married to Fran Cook from 1963 to 1968. He then married Sarah Barg in 1971. They divorced in 1976. Lastly, he married Lisi Kristen Gerard in 1982, and they were married until his death in 2020. Mac Davis died at age 78 on September 29, 2020, following heart surgery. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Sure would help us out a lot with YouTube.